Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to my Scorpio New Moon video. So I have been MIA for the last several moon cycles. This is the first new moon video that I've been able to be present for, but I'm really excited because this is a Scorpio new moon and I feel like this new moon is significant. All new moons are significant, all full moons are significant, but Scorpio energy is very, very intense. So I was happy that the universe allowed me to align with my surroundings, to actually sit intimately with you guys, channel some energy about this Scorpio new moon cycle that we are opening up, you guys. So we're just gonna talk a little bit about Scorpio energy, and then of course at the end of the video I will be pulling tarot cards for all 12 zodiac signs to get some messages about what the hell, literally hell, this new moon in Scorpio is going to entail. So guys, every new moon, we have a new moon every month, we have a full moon every month. The new moon is when the sun and the moon are coupled together in the same zodiac sign. I always feel like this is the true initiation of a zodiac sign. So until the new moon, sometimes we still deal. So we've been feeling that Libra air energy until this new moon in Scorpio kind of came in and set the intention for the next 6 months for us all. Okay, this is definitely key for 6 months because in 6 months from now, we'll be going through a Scorpio full moon in Taurus season. So definitely keep that in mind, guys, that this is a slow death. So yeah, let's just talk about a little bit of that Scorpio energy and what it could represent. So we're talking about the 8th house here in astrology. Scorpio is the 8th zodiac sign in our universe, and that house that Scorpio represents, that we've been going through this energy with on October 28th, it represents deep intimacy. It is a water house, but this is fixed water. It's not Cancer, it's not Pisces, it's not cardinal or mutable. So it isn't about taking action right now, which is a trigger for Scorpio. I will say Scorpio is ruled by Mars. So although Scorpio isn't a cardinal sign like Cancer, which it talks all about action, and Pisces is all about the rapid change in emotion, Scorpio is still waters. Very ominous. I don't know if you guys have ever seen like still waters out on a lake, but it's kind of an eerie feeling, but it implies emotional stability. I do have that here in the notes that Scorpio to me is whenever I think of Scorpio, I think of emotional stability. But with that being said, I also think of emotional protection because with all fixed signs, there is a certain stubbornness and a certain fixedness of not doing anything, not changing anything, but standing still for a moment to kind of balance whatever it is that you're dealing with. So there is a vibe like that right now where there's certain things that we want to do in order to create change. That's the Scorpio magic of being ruled by Mars and Pluto, taking action to kill things, taking action to purge things, taking action to deeply dive into the subconscious of what it is you're truly, truly feeling. It's very, very hard to ignore the way you feel in Scorpio season. Although Scorpios, it's kind of like that King of Cups energy in tarot where sometimes I tell you how I feel, sometimes I don't in order to protect how I feel. That kind of stuff is coming up here, but deep inside right now, especially because it's Scorpio season and we've got some Scorpios out there celebrating solar returns. Happy birthday, you guys, if you guys are watching. It's still, the sun is giving us all this awareness, and now the moon is here illuminating this as well. What I really like is that the new moon is the time in our month where if you go outside, there is no moon visible. It's kind of like the dark side of the moon or the shadow of the moon. And Scorpio brings even more attention to that dark and that hidden energy. It is the house of secrets. And so some of us could be keeping our emotional desires a secret right now in order to kind of protect ourselves. Scorpio does bring up fears and stuff like that. So I think it's all about just kind of owning what we feel, whether that's telling other people or just kind of silently sitting with ourselves in private in an intimate moment. So yeah, guys, definitely a time to protect ourselves in a certain way, not hold ourselves back because we do have Venus in Scorpio as well right now, which is all about transforming the heart, attracting more emotional rawness with people. Going through change, attracting change, you know what I mean? So yeah, Venus is a huge part of this, in Mercury retrograde is a huge part of this new moon in Scorpio as well. We have the new moon on the 28th. I'm recording this on Halloween. Happy Halloween. Mercury goes retrograde today. Mercury's been in shadow period for a couple weeks though. You start to slowly see communication break down and literally decay with Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. This is definitely going to bring people, places, and things, but most importantly, nostalgic emotions back to the surface so that we can communicate about certain endings that are going on. And this is until November 19th, shortly after the full moon in Taurus that we will be having, which hopefully I'll be here to talk to you guys about that too. So another thing is this new moon is opposing Uranus in Taurus. Okay, Uranus has been in Taurus for a while, you guys, and Uranus is that Aquarian energy. So there is this like Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, slightly Libra energy going on with the planets. But either way, Uranus is all about unpredictability. Uranus is all about being unique, standing out, dancing to the beat of your own drum. And so with an opposition here, we've got the moon and the sun in Scorpio, all that deep emotion we were just talking about, opposing unpredictability and opposing enlightenment. So whenever you have an opposition in astrology, it does create a firm relationship and also compromise. So we're coming from two different perspectives right now of everything crazy that's going on, the fact that we can't see clearly right now. The veil is absolutely at its thinnest though. So the areas in life that we are being gifted with sight right now is our dreams, our intuition, psychic, spiritual stuff, emotion. Like those are the only. And it's interesting that I would count on 5 fingers because Taurus rules the 5 senses. So the fact that Uranus is making our touch, our sight, our hearing, our smell, all of that, all our taste, whatever, the 5 senses, those are unpredictable right now. So we're picking up very sensitively with this Taurus energy, which will come to completion on the full moon next month. But we're picking up on a lot. The empaths out there, shout out to you guys, because I know you guys are really feeling that shake in the foundation here. But it's also that we can create a relationship with our heart, with our true emotions, with our true desires, right? Intimacy. And yeah, guys, this is definitely a dark time, okay? Scorpio is dark energy. I love dark. That's why I have this as black and white. It's to honor the unseen. It's to honor what's being hidden, right? And the new moon is just bringing that even more intensely. And then this Halloween energy and then Mercury retrograde. So this is a time of silence. This is a time of deep introspection, you guys. So let's go ahead and get into the tarot cards. I'm going to light a little bit of sage before I do that though, just because I feel like there's been so much going on for all of us. So I'm just going to be a Pisces right now and kind of cleanse my space. So the ones that are led to watch this video can kind of just, I don't know, I love sage. Sage, it doesn't cure negative energy, but it does bring you back to the center. It neutralizes energy. And I think we could all benefit from neutralization of energy right now, especially because there's going to be a lot of intense emotions. Shout out to the air signs and the earth signs watching. Hopefully you guys are enjoying not feeling grounded and being way too stuck in your head right now. This is water energy. So if you're watching with me, just take a couple deep breaths with me. I'm setting the intention that those who are a part of this reading energetically be cleansed and cleared during this Scorpio season. That our intentions that were set throughout this time period come to fruition sacredly and silently is what I'm hearing. So I'm just going to clear everyone who's watching, guys, before we get into the tarot, because that's going to really shift some vibes up. Alright, feeling better already. Some of us need to just be using sage. You know, whatever our spiritual practices are, we need to really be honoring those at this time. Scorpio loves deep connections in that way. Hopefully this doesn't burn anything down as I sit it here. Should be fine. Alright, guys. So I shuffled before starting the video, and I wanted to shuffle until I seen, what is this card sneaking out back here? The 5 of Pentacles. Already there are huge messages coming up here. Real quick here though, I shuffled until the Death card. This is this card that rules Scorpio, for those of you who don't know. Perfect card for Scorpio. Scorpios are all about, I mean, it's even the time of year right now, guys. I'm from Michigan, and everything around me is dying. The trees, it's just it's a time, you know, of transition. So I love the Death card in that way. In tarot, this does talk about sudden endings and beginnings. It's, you know, death is an ending. So we've got the Grim Reaper vibes going on here. To me, this new moon is all about change and transformation. Okay, whether that's beginning something or ending something, but we do have a slight message here of Five of Pentacles. Some of us could actually be dealing with, it's very symbolic to go through actual death, because this is a huge metaphor, guys. But I do know some of us are actually going through the loss of actual death, like family members, people dying. And I'm saying that because the Five of Pentacles is all about a church. I'll show that card here briefly. Okay, some of us feel really left out in the cold by this death that Scorpio season is bringing, this new moon is bringing. It's important to know that we're not alone, though. Scorpio is only going to change and kill things that are keeping you from being your true emotional, raw, vulnerable, and authentic self. Behind the death card, we have the Fool. So this Scorpio new moon also brings with it certain risks. Okay, it looks as if the Fool is leaping away from the death card. So because of this change in Scorpio energy, because of this new moon, it is going to trigger new beginnings. This is more of a sudden beginning. I never know which is with the death card. So I always mention both endings and beginnings. But guys, this is an ending and a beginning. So the thing about Scorpio energy, though, is that they like to completely destroy and completely kill. The energy of resurrection comes up here with the Judgment card and Pluto energy. But this is something that absolutely has to die so that something can absolutely begin fresh. None of that in-between energy. This is ultimately what we're waiting on. And this is going to be a choice as well. The ball is in our court, you guys. Right now I just feel an energy right now of trying to breathe the life into dead situations. Like, you're going to know intuitively what is just not working for you. That is the blessing and the bliss of Scorpio energy, because you can just feel the changes it causes you emotionally or sexually or intimately, where we're giving away too much, because Scorpio is also the house of shared resources. So this has everything to do with what we're giving away sexually, emotionally, physically, financially, spiritually, whatever, mentally. So we're gonna come into contact and realization of that over the next month, you guys. And because of that, there's going to be things that end and things begin. But this is an extremely risk. This is a deathly risk here that the new moon in Scorpio is going to offer for us. All right, guys. So that's just a little bit about the Scorpio new moon. After I shuffled, keep in mind there will be energy here of, feeling left out in the cold. Maybe even feeling a little bit like you gave too much away. I gave too much away. I gave too much away. Welcome to Scorpio energy. All right, so we are going to start with Aries, because Aries is the first zodiac sign. Hi, Aries. So what is the new moon in Scorpio message for Aries? We have a card coming out. All right, Aries, before we reveal the cards, let's just talk a little bit about where this new moon is happening for you, okay? The Scorpio new moon, Aries, first of all, there was a full moon in your sign last month. Okay, you guys just went through this big Libra opposition. Libra is your dead opposite sign. So the beginning of October could have been a little bit of about compromise for you, definitely about relationships. And now you're heading into the time of year where you go through a deep transformation. So all this death energy and rebirth and sudden change is definitely applying to you. So this is the house of intimacy. There's a new moon there. What can you change about that, Aries? What kind of intentions can you set from now until November 14th, and from now until 6 months from now on the Scorpio full moon? That's the time frame. But Aries, let's get talking. We have the Three of Swords. So automatically I can tell that some of the Aries watching my videos, I just did the Aries October reading on my YouTube, and there was some betrayal and stuff like that going on. So this is just confirming that some of you guys are heartbroken. This is the card of heartbreak. This is the card of breakups and just feeling lost. It doesn't have to be a breakup for all of you. This could be feeling like you've lost something, and that makes sense because 8th house energy is very deep and intimate. So the secret with you, Aries, is that you're heartbroken. Some of you guys are feeling like there's 3 swords stabbing your heart. Now for me, just personally, this is my heart-to-heart conversation, because we do have air here. So your thoughts are coming up here, Aries, making head over hearts decisions, because this is your heart and your mind, what you feel and what you think. Because of this separation, some of you could be dealing with third-party situations or just 3 different thoughts that you have. But you want to take those swords out of your heart over the next month, Aries. and really learn to speak. You know, this is Venus and Scorpio energy. You have Venus in your 8th house, you have Mercury in your 8th house right now. A lot of transformation of the mind and the heart coming up for you, Aries. Some of you guys are definitely going through betrayal in that way. And I don't know, Aries, if it's you who's, this is your reading, either you're feeling heartbroken or possibly there's a heartbreaking situation that you're going to endure with this very deep Scorpio season. And to confirm that, at the bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Swords. So either way you cut it, you're definitely getting an air sign. You have swords here. Okay, these are basically 8 plus 3, 11 swords. So this is even more painful than the 10 of Swords, and there is no more painful than that. So some of you guys are going through, now this is all in your mind, Aries. I do want to say this is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. So what you think about heartbreak is what's ultimately trapping you. Okay, some of you guys are really stuck in your mind about whatever it is at a heart level that you're feeling. Like Venus in Scorpio brings up pain at a heart level. Hello. Yeah, I'd say Aries is definitely on that train. But keep in mind, literally, Aries, that this is a temporary prison. Sometimes this is a situation you're keeping yourself stuck in. I definitely want to say with the 8 of Swords, the more you try to avoid what you feel, although we have to do that sometimes, especially in Scorpio season, the more you try to avoid what you feel, the more you can't see, Aries, the more you feel like you can't find your way out of this. Some of you guys feel trapped in a heartbreaking situation. Somebody here may be in an actual jail or prison, or this could all just be in your mind, Aries. Some of you guys are still thinking about times that didn't work out, heartbreak, loss, and you know, this is not a good thing to imprison yourself in. This is a heartbreak hotel, okay? Broken Heartsville, you're stuck in. Can't see, can't move, so you think, but it's all in your head, Aries. You just need to allow yourself what you feel. If you guys are going through heartbreak around this time, your heart is not breaking, Aries. Your heart is opening, okay? I've heard a lot of beautiful things about heartbreak on movies that I've seen, and it's like, it's a beautiful place to be in spite of what you might think. A lot of artists, a lot of musicians, a lot of writers come from a place of decay, being broken down, you know, being lied to. Some of the most beautiful things and beginnings can stem from that, which is being iterated here by the Ace of Pentacles, Aries. There is certain things that you don't know, which is something that you need coming into you, someone keeping an eye on you. You know, the veil is going to thin when it comes to emotional conflict. Some of you guys could be dealing with water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or Aries. This is just your emotion. Feeling, you know, yeah, this is something from the past. Water under the bridge, something that didn't work out. That's what you're keeping a secret, that the depression, okay? You want to follow your intuition about this. You need more information about something that didn't work out. There's this new opportunity coming though, Aries, and it's going to be exactly what you need to free yourself. It might be a lump sum of money. It might involve an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But Aries, this new moon is all about setting your intention to change your own broken heart. Some of you guys, this could have been your own, you breaking your own heart. You know, it's going to be different for all of you, but this is your heart transforming, Aries. And sometimes in order to do that, you have to break your old heart in order to heal your new one, if that makes sense. So hopefully that helps, Aries. Gosh. Let's move on to Taurus energy. Taurus, what is the Scorpio new moon message for Taurus? So Taurus, a card just popped out. I may shuffle again for you because that fell on the floor and kind of came out really weird. But before we get into the cards, let's talk about this Scorpio new moon, shall we? This is important for you, Taurus, because Scorpio is the opposite of you, meaning that you are going through an energy right across from you on the zodiac wheel, where Taurus is all about what I have, my resources, my values. Scorpio mirrors you in a way where it's like, well, these are other people's values. These are the things that I've given away. These are the things that I share. And for you, Taurus, this is all about relationships. So you have a new moon in your 7th house of relationships and partnerships, not just romantic relationships, Taurus, but all relationships, family relationships, your siblings, your children, your coworkers, the relationship you have with yourself. So this is an opportunity for you to set new intentions for what you see about your relationships. Now, Taurus, you naturally have very intimate and intense relationships because Scorpio is your 7th house. So relationships, I feel this is going to be the beginning of a lot of change that you see happening there. Some relationships may die while others may resurrect. But this is all about relationships, Taurus. Card coming out though, Two of Pentacles. This is earth energy. This is you, Taurus. Capricorn and Virgo as well. This could be financially related. You know, Scorpio is about shared resources and what it is that you give away. In your case, Taurus, relationships. But you're juggling something, Taurus. Okay, this is financially stressed a little bit, but I'm going to apply this to your relationships and what's changing there. What you give away, what you value as your own. Some kind of choice with the Two of Pentacles here. It actually reversed itself when I first picked it up. So some of you guys are dropping the ball, and not in a bad way, Taurus. Like the ball is in your court and you're deciding to no longer dribble in that way. Maybe you were dealing with two different people or two different things that you valued. This is a juggling act, okay? Bottom of the deck is the Strength card. Could be dealing with Leo. Maybe you're just trying to tame a situation in your relationships. Maybe there's some uproar going on between your finances and someone else's, or a choice. This is having the strength to juggle two different things, Taurus. We have the Four of Cups underneath that though. So I know Taurus is feeling a little bit emotionally dissatisfied in their relationships right now, which is weird. That Taurus does require very intimate, raw connections with people because Scorpio is your 7th house. Especially if this involves romantic relationships. But this is like ignoring certain opportunities with this new moon. You know, you're in deep emotional contemplation, Taurus, about what would emotionally fulfill you. Okay, but I also see that you're really hanging on to something with the Four of Pentacles. There's something you're hanging on to. Could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It could just be financial. But yeah, you're not accepting offers unless it's the 10 of Cups, unless you know it could emotionally fulfill you, because Scorpio season is just, it's intense in that way. So no wonder you're juggling. Taurus, you're trying to decide whether a person, place, or thing measures up to your value or not, because you're not willing to sacrifice your stability and what it is that you've worked so hard to get, saving money. And this is also your emotional stability too, because we have the Queen of Cups. Okay, we have the World card here. So I know you're going through cycles in relationships, but Taurus, this Four of Cups here is letting me know that you're either ignoring opportunities because they're not emotionally fulfilling enough. You know, this may have to do with family or a home environment. Some of you have children, but it's emotional fulfillment. Okay, it's feeling complete at an emotional level. And some of you guys are missing opportunities with that too, because your focus is here with these 3 cups. There's something you're emotionally, maybe it's other options or something like that, but it's got your emotional attention around this full moon, or I'm sorry, this new moon. Interesting, I should mention a full moon though, because Taurus, right now, we're getting closer and closer as the moon gains in light. The moon's in Sagittarius right now. It's going to go to Capricorn later on tonight. It'll go to Aquarius, Pisces. It'll go through Aries. It takes several days for this to happen, but by November 13th, the moon will be filled with light in your sign. So what you can't see right now with the new moon is going to be shown to you tremendously around the time of the full moon in your sign. And I think that's why, you're being very careful with offers that you accept. And it's not necessarily offers, it's just what you're expressing emotionally. People who are coming to you, texting you, messaging you, just kind of love offers coming in. And, you're just not really sure if it's emotionally fulfilling enough, which is why you're having the strength to juggle your options right now. Could be a Leo. I'm going to ask a little bit more about this Two of Pentacles. Emotionally, Taurus, there's ups and downs. Okay, give me one more card for Taurus. Okay, all right. So that was absolutely not an accident. The card coming out to confirm the Two of Pentacles is the Two of Swords. So on this new moon, you can see the new moon is in the sky there up above. Taurus, there's a decision here with this Scorpio new moon, and it is absolutely in regards to your relationship. Some of you have 2 choices to make. Some of you guys are too busy juggling and therefore not making a decision, because the Two of Swords is kind of a stoplight. It's an energetic halt, a stalemate. This woman isn't doing anything. She can't see. Like I said, Taurus, the things you can't see on the Scorpio new moon will be illuminated to you on the full moon in Taurus next month, in November. So there's something you can't quite make your mind up about, Taurus, in regards to relationships or something. Juggling different thoughts, like there's 2 different truths here and 2 different values. Like you value these 2 different people, places, and things, excuse me, in different ways. 6 of Pentacles is at the bottom for you. So this is all about the equal give and take, Taurus. You could be dealing with an earth sign or a Libra, or this is something you learned in Libra season as well, not to give too much, not to receive too much, not to accept crumbs from people. Like this is about knowing your value, Taurus. Okay, for sure, knowing your value, which you're about to teach everyone else on the full moon in your sign too. So yeah, the equal give and take, that is what you desire. We do have something coming back from the past here. Six of Cups, soulmate energy. Taurus, you still desire something from the past. It could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or a love offer, a younger water sign. Somebody may apologize, come back from the past and apologize to you. I do see Leo as well, but there's a burden here. You carried a lot in this situation, Taurus, and I just want to let you guys know before I move on here, Mercury is retrograde in your 7th house. So if there's any zodiac sign that is in the crossfire of people coming back from the past, it's you, Taurus. Venus is in your 7th house for a short period of time. It's about to move into Sagittarius, which is even your 8th house. So get ready for the intimacy and the sex and the transformation there. But with Mercury retrograde until November 19th, please be prepared for people, places, and things to come back from the past. This may be someone coming back from the past to further balance what it was that you gave them. And there definitely is children here as well. Taurus, this is your message. I'm not going to tell you to make up your mind because you have time to do that. There's still truth that needs to come in that will help dictate this. There's still some juggling. But yeah, there's a lot of emotion for you, rocky up and down. And it's all about what you think and what you value, Taurus. So you have a decision to make here. And I think it's going to help you make your decision once you go to the drawing board and kind of assess what it is that you're getting out of this situation. Regardless of what it is, Taurus, you need to understand what it is that you gave away and how much you got back of that, okay? So hopefully that helps, Taurus. Whoa. All right, let's move into Gemini energy. Got the King of Cups busting out. That is Scorpio energy. So, whoa. All right, Gemini, I might have to reshuffle for you guys, but I'm going to take the card that is coming out. Before we talk about the cards, let's talk about what this Scorpio New Moon might mean for you, Gemini. So Scorpio is 6 houses away from you. So you're going through a 6th house New Moon, Gemini, meaning that these new intentions, things decaying, it's all about your lifestyle. The things that are changing for you right now over the next 6 months, Gemini, are going to be lifestyle related. So your day-to-day routine, the things that you do religiously, your health, your job, services that you offer other people. So for you, Gemini, this is a really important energy to kind of figure out what it is that you're giving away, because Scorpio itself is all about shared resources. And then for you, Gemini, the 6th house is the house of service. So some of you guys, this is bringing the intention to the services you give, basically your job and how much you're giving away to other people. So yeah, that's where you can set new intentions. I always say with new moons in the 6th house that you have an opportunity to set intention to start living a totally new lifestyle. You know, Gemini, this does bring up emotions though. You know, you're human, Gemini, and you have feelings as well. So it's like, what's going on in your emotions right now, and how does that relate to the way you're living? Okay, you need to get to a more emotionally stable place in your life, Gemini. Both your twins need to get to this place of emotional stability. So how you live and how it affects your emotional stability is coming up here, Gemini. Card that came out and fell on the ground is the Judgment card. So this is Plutonian energy. This is a major arcana. So I do know that this moon is going to really resurrect some things for you, Gemini, people, places, things. A second chance at something that you thought was dead. This is Mercury retrograde energy for me, and this is Mercury retrograde in Scorpio if it was a vibe. Things rising from the grave. This is forgiveness. This is awakening. This is an important phone call that you might get during this time, Gemini. It may just be a spiritual call because we do have angelic figures here in this this card. So Gemini, you are waiting for a second opportunity to live a certain way. This might apply to other things too. It can apply to anything, but this is Pluto. All right, so it's a resurrecting energy. It's deep, it's hellish, it's dark, but I can tell that you guys are waiting for a second opportunity at something. It may be overseas. You may get a long distance phone call, but this to me is literally waiting on a second chance to do something. Okay, whatever that means. Now this might entail yeah, there's definitely some long distance travel going on here. I don't know if this is a second opportunity to better something in your life, Gemini, or an awakening that you're going through. You're thinking about your future and what it is that you're gonna have to leave behind. Like, this is a lot of travel here, because this is your ships are about to come in card. You can see the little ships back there, and these may be ships that have came in for a second time. Maybe the first time you missed the boat, Gemini, but it looks like you get in that boat, you and other people as well. Children may be involved, but this is about moving on to a calmer place emotionally, Gemini. Second opportunity to travel, second opportunity at something in your future. And you don't miss the boat this time, Gemini. No matter how sad it is to leave this person, place, or thing behind. Now, let me just tell you, the Six of Swords, although a lot of tarot readers go right to, oh, get into calmer waters emotionally, we can't forget the fact that this is a sword card. It's the Six of Swords, the Six of Air, the Six of your mind. So this is all about mental stability as well. Sometimes water and air go hand in hand, where it's like what you feel and what you think, okay? Even though they're at a battle most of the time. But this card is one of those cards that combine the two. Like in this case, these people are moving on physically, emotionally, and mentally, because all of it needs to reach calmer waters. But I do see some traveling here, maybe even by boat or across water or in a plane maybe. And that's because, Gemini, there's just something here that has come to a painful completion. This is all about moving on from pain. A lot of mental thoughts here, Gemini. You're moving on from this. Or maybe you guys are moving on to end something, finally. We have the Emperor card here. You could be dealing with an Aries. You could be dealing with father figure energy. This may be a loss of authority mentally. I do feel like this is about the control that you have mentally, Gemini, and how some of these thoughts and ways of thinking need to end. We have the Four of Wands, so this may have to do with a commitment. We have Virgo showing up here. You guys have been a little bit isolated in the home, I feel, and it's so that you can get into this Queen of Swords position of cutting truth. Mental authority here coming up for sure for you, Gemini. Let's clarify this Judgment card. You're waiting for a second opportunity with this Scorpio New Moon, okay? Tell me more for Gemini for this Scorpio New Moon in October. Scorpio New Moon message for Gemini, please. Page of Swords almost just came out. So yeah, the reason the past is coming back up, yes, it's because Mercury is going retrograde and Mercury is your ruling planet, but it's also because you as an air sign require more truth about something. I knew the Lovers card was going to come out. This is you, Gemini. Okay, look at this. Wow, bottom of the deck is Temperance. I'm going to take the Lovers because I had an intuition the Lovers was going to come out anyway. So yeah, Gemini, this is a second opportunity. Maybe this is about love for some of you. You know, Venus is here in your 6th house. Maybe your heart is becoming a bit more a part of your day-to-day routine, you know. Communication as well with Mercury here in your 6th house. So it's your heart and your mind. There's a decision here, Gemini. This is your ruling card here. Okay, so something is resurrecting about you specifically. But I also want to say the Lovers card does represent a choice. It does represent a very strong connection that some of you guys might be feeling. Okay, so there are things resurrecting for you, Gemini, connections, but also decisions from the past re-emerging. Maybe a decision that you didn't make in the past, Gemini, that's coming back for a second opportunity here. But the fact that Temperance is on the bottom, I mean, some of you could be dealing with your opposite sign, Sagittarius, but this is about being patient. Like some of you guys, wow, like there's a lot of anxiety here. I'm hearing that there are certain obsessive thoughts that you're having around this new moon. Obsession is a huge thing for Scorpionic energy. But yeah, sleepless nights, maybe even Gemini. Anxiety, this is air energy, so this speaks directly to you. Yeah, everything is good in moderation, Gemini. All right, you want to be patient. There's alchemy here that could help you because some of you guys are, and most of your stress, I feel, is coming from this Queen of Pentacles energy. It could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, but I think it has more to do with stability, something you're trying to walk away from and possibly return to. Some of you guys have an earth sign that would like to return to you with more balance in mind. But wow, yeah, balance is important here too with this Temperance. I love that. Now there may be something here about Sagittarius season, because that is coming up next month. By the time Mercury is back direct, which is your ruling planet, you know, whatever Scorpio needs to resurrect between now and Sagittarius season, it will. But you guys are headed into your 7th house of relationships. So between now and Sagittarius season, there will be calls, long distance phone calls. There will be people wanting second chances. You may want a second chance, Gemini, but I feel like you have a choice to leave something dead or to resurrect it, whatever it might be. Okay, it's a love connection for some of you, but for others of you, these are just things that have to do with the lifestyle that you would like to live moving forward. To emotional stability. So hopefully that helped out, Gemini. 6th house new moon there. Let's move into Cancer energy. Hi, Cancer. What is the new moon in Scorpio message for Cancer? All right, card dropping on the floor. Cancer, before we reveal the cards, let's talk a little bit about what this Scorpio new moon is for you, okay? You're a water sign, Cancer. I'm a water sign. So Pisces and Cancer, we trine Scorpio. So Scorpio season, it does bring harmonious energy flow to us, but you know, it is that water energy that we're already so used to, a lot of emotion. But like I said in the beginning of the video, Scorpio gives us an opportunity to balance our emotion. Cancer, you're the kind of person, or you're the kind of zodiac sign, I should say, that likes to do something about the way they feel. Pisces likes to change the way they feel, but Scorpio sits in the middle of us and doesn't do anything. Just kind of sits still and longs for that deeper emotion. But Cancer, this is your 5th house. Scorpio is 5 houses away from you on the zodiac wheel. So we have a new moon in your 5th house, and this is a good house. Like, this is great. 5th house is really light energy. It's that Leo energy. It's the energy of children and pleasure and creativity, expression. So we combined that with the energy of this new moon, which is death, transformation, rebirth. So I feel like there are some shakeups and change. There's some transformation going on in your area of how you express your emotions, Cancer. Now, the reason why Cancers are crybabies, the reason why Cancers express their emotion in such an intense way is because Scorpio is their 5th house of emotional expression. Okay, and you guys often feel like you're expressing too much of your emotion and not getting enough of the expression in return, which is a very strange thing. So this is romance, Cancer. This is a new moon in your 5th house. So if there's anything about the way you express yourself, anything about the sexual pleasure you're getting, or the intimacy, pleasure and intimacy go hand in hand with you, Cancer. This is an opportunity to set intentions for whatever you'd like to see live in that area. You know, mostly what I'm feeling is it's expressing yourself, new ways to express your emotion, new romance, whether this is with someone old or new. Card coming out though, Cancer, is the 8 of Cups, water energy. So this is you, this is Pisces, this is Scorpio as well. But Cancer, I feel that this is you walking away. Now, this card is always linked to full moons because we have a full moon in this sky. And this is the energy of nighttime as well. The night sky, you can't see, but it's very dark, and this card is blue. It's at night. This is all about going on a soul journey, Cancer. And with you, this is interesting because you are ruled by the moon, okay? Which is why your emotions change every 2 days, because the moon shifts every 2 days. So look at you looking up at your ruler, you know, and this is all about going on, you know, leaving certain things behind, leaving emotions behind, Cancer, leaving certain feelings behind that drained you. Now, the 8 of Cups is sometimes the energy of someone who's walking away and coming back, is what some tarot readers say. So you're going to have to take this as it resonates. But I feel that the Taurus full moon for some reason, so there may be some walking away between now and November 13th, or even over the next 6 months. This is all about you walking away from what doesn't emotionally serve you anymore, Cancer, at a soul level, like how you truly feel. Every water sign comes to this point in their life at some time, because we just have this holding self for every emotion we've ever felt, every emotion someone's made us feel. And at some point, when a cup overfloweth in a negative way, we have to walk away from that, okay? This may be someone walking away from you as well, Cancer. Whatever it is, this is the energy of walking away that Scorpio is trying to teach you. Again, this may take place between now and the full moon in Taurus, but I do see you walking away emotionally. This is Scorpionic energy. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio, the 8 of water. Scorpio is the 8th house. So there's at least 8 different feelings you have, Cancer, that are being illuminated by the moon constantly, and you are going to walk away from certain feelings, people, places, things. Why? Bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands. So because there's new passion elsewhere, because there's a new spark, possibly with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But it gets even better than that, Cancer. Underneath the Ace of Wands, we have the Ace of Cups. So this is new love. There's a message here about you guys having to walk away from the old. You know, Cancer, I know you guys are nurturing. I know you guys are very maternal, you know, whether you're a man or a woman. Cancer just has that take care of you vibe. And not just like take care of you as far as like cooking and cleaning. Sure, you guys can be like that. But it's an emotional nurturing. Like, you guys know how to heal people emotionally just by being around them. And, you know, it's kind of like you got to do that for yourself now. So I get the energy of you trying to fix someone, Cancer. It's like for a while you thought it was you, like what's wrong with me? But what the universe and what the new moon in Scorpio is trying to intend for you is for you to walk away from the old so that you can experience the new. This is a new love. Someone that is very passionate, someone that makes you feel very new feelings. It could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I have Aquarius here, the star, or this is just an offer you've been really wishing for. Okay, even though you've been kind of guarded, it's like there are offers coming in. This is almost like the Ace of Pentacles. It's the card that kind of comes after the Ace of Pentacles, but they're realistic offers. They may be young, you know, they may not be like extremely financially fulfilling, but this is a new feeling of passion here. Two new beginnings, possibly with the same person, but this is sexual encounters and passion. I mean, hello, this is a fifth house new moon for you, Cancer. So this is the time to set intention to walk away from emotions that no longer serve you so that you can walk right towards new emotion, new passion, new fire, new feeling. This is a very fired up feeling here. New beginning for you that I guarantee will occur between now and November 13th, all the way up until 6 months from now on the Scorpio full moon. This may be the Scorpio full moon. So between now and the next 6 months, there's going to be lots of new passion, lots of new emotion, just kind of maybe even tears, very intimate tears, and maybe even like intimacy. Like this, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, I'm sorry, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups is intimacy and emotion, which is ideal for Scorpio. So wow, Cancer, new romance. But the key factor here is that you have to walk away from what you know isn't passionate, what you know isn't true emotion, okay? Just because you feel something, Cancer, doesn't mean that it's legit, okay? So hopefully that helped, Cancer. Let's move to Leo. Leo, what is the Scorpio new moon message for Leo? What's the Scorpio? Okay, we almost had the Magician. So you guys are trying to manifest something. There's something here about believing that you have everything you need right now. Let's see. What's the Scorpio new moon message for Leo 2019? Scorpio new moon message for Leo. This one wanted to stay out too. Five of Wands. Some of you guys can be going through a little bit of conflict, a little competition, but that's fire energy, Leo. You don't mind it. You don't mind the competition, the challenge, right? Let's get you a message, Leo. Okay, we have a message coming out here. I may reshuffle. But first, Leo, let's talk about this new moon and what it might mean for you before we get into the cards. So, Leo, you're a fixed sign. This new moon is happening in a fixed sign. So, you know what that means is there's going to be some friction. No wonder the Five of Wands came out. There's going to be a little bit of tension that this new moon brings up to you because it squares you. You're here and Scorpio's here, and there's a 90-degree angle in between you guys. But to be even more specific, Scorpio is 4 houses away from you, Leo. So this new moon is all about family for you, all about home, all about your roots, where you consider yourself from. So new beginnings there. New beginnings in the home energy and in your family. But this is about what's changing there with Scorpio energy. Scorpio brings a lot of sudden endings and beginnings to things. It brings a lot of transformation. So this is an opportunity right now for you to set intention for anything you'd like to see transform in the home, in your family, an opportunity to get more emotionally grounded because this is going to be kind of intense, okay? So let's get into the cards, Leo, now that we know this is about family and stuff like that, setting intentions in that way. You had 2 cards come out. We have the Moon and we have the 4 of Cups. So we have a Pisces showing up here. We have Cancer as well. But this is the Moon, Leo. So the Moon card, although Pisces, you could have Pisces energy or you could be dealing with a Pisces. The Moon is literally the Moon. This could be the Scorpio New Moon. This could be the full moon in Taurus, which will also square you next month. I feel there's some fear here surrounding accepting an offer. The Moon is our fears. The Moon is what we can't see. So there may be something here, Leo, about you not being able to see clearly right now, being a little bit of afraid of this darkness. So you're in this position of the 4 of Cups, which is interesting. You're going through 4th house energy. So this is about your foundation emotionally. This is about how you feel about where your feet are, where you live. How do you feel about where you live, Leo? Okay, the 4 of Cups is Leo being a little bit emotionally bored. Maybe you guys are afraid to accept offers because of emotional availability. because this is the energy. Now, this could be you or someone else, Leo, but someone here is in deep contemplation emotionally, and because of what they're focusing on emotionally, I think this is you, because the fourth house, you guys are going through the fourth house, it brings up a lot of emotion. So the fire signs are definitely getting hit with emotion with this Scorpio new moon. So yeah, it's like you're either unavailable for these offers, like these are phone calls, text messages coming to you, but you're just like, and over the next month, you're going to be like, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know. I can't really see clearly where that would go. It could be a Pisces that's offering you something, or you offering a Pisces something, or something you simply can't see that's being offered to you. Because sometimes this guy or this girl is sitting here and they're in such deep thought emotionally that they don't see this offer coming in. They don't even see it because they're too busy focused on whatever these three cups represent. Three feelings, three people, whatever their feelings are, you know. But on the flip side, this isn't someone who might be ignoring something too. So either you can't see something because you don't want to see it, Leo, and you let that text message go unread, or you let that phone ring to voicemail, or you're just busy elsewhere contemplating that you don't even see. Bottom of the deck is the Chariot, so you could definitely be dealing with a Cancer. We have Scorpio here as well, King of Cups. Like, there's a lot of emotional conflict around this time for you, Leo, because there's juggling. Right now, your obstacle, your greatest obstacle keeping you from moving forward is financially linked. It's juggling two different things, so you can't really move forward. That's your obstacle. Let's get a little bit more, though, because what I see so far is that Leo is just really not seeing, they can't really see clearly right now. So there may be a little bit of fear, or maybe even secrets. Like, some of these options may be coming from people who are secretive, mysterious. Pay attention to your dreams as well, Leo. Let's get one more card on this. Tell me more about this moon and this Four of Cups for Leo for the Scorpio new moon. Okay, bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. Yeah, it's this it's Two of Pentacles that just came out. So you guys are juggling between what you feel and what you don't know. And the value. Now, you could be dealing with a Taurus, because Taurus got the Two of Pentacles as well. There is some kind of choice between two things that you value here, Leo. And I just think it has something to do with, maybe this is someone who comes into your life over the next month, or someone who's in your life, and it's like you don't know how they feel. This is a really weird message. You don't know how they feel, and you're already feeling unsure emotionally. You're already feeling kind of unavailable emotionally, and you know what I mean? So it's like, if you can't see these offers coming, if they come and surprise you, then you may be a little too defensive or unavailable to accept this offer from the dark. You know, this is the opposite energy of you, Leo. You're the sun. So, of course, you want to see. Of course, you want clarity. Of course, you want warmth and light. But the moon is here in your fourth house. Secret offers coming to you. Secrets, illusions. And some of you are afraid to offer something to someone because you think that they're unemotionally available. You think that they're juggling. I think that there are a couple different feelings you're feeling here, Leo. If one thing I can tell, you could be dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or there's Leo and Aquarius here. Okay, this is you, the King of Wands. Definitely Cancer as well, but this is what I see. There's a lot of conflict and competition. Like, I don't know if you were in like a emotional competition with someone else, like trying to get someone to feel something, or get yourself to feel something. This is emotional competition, but this is somebody who's pulling themselves out of competition to balance their self emotion. Like, you know what, I ain't feeling it. You know how the King of Cups is sitting right here? This is Scorpio energy. So Scorpio season is going to cause tension. This is literally having a Scorpio fourth house right here. Look at all that you need to balance out. Now, this is you as a fire sign, Leo. Lots to express. Not minding this competition. Like, I'm in there. I'm in that bitch. I got a wand too. I got something to say and express too. But Scorpio is going to square you, Leo, and ask you, Leo, you know, how is it that you're feeling in this situation? How is it that these battles, like, are you emotionally balanced? Right? Because this is a lot of feeling here. This is someone who wears their feelings on their sleeve, yet they know that there's competition. You can see this, the King of Cups is kind of looking over at these five wands, this conflict, this tension. This Scorpio season is going to cause some battles for you, Leo, and it basically has to do with options that you can't see the outcome of. This is you offering somebody love. This is someone offering you love, but either way, the moon is here to mask it. Why? because you have to get yourself emotionally grounded first. That's because Scorpio squares you. It's tough. So your ego is squared by the intensity of emotional stability. So if Leo doesn't feel connected to someone emotionally, it causes issues. It causes juggling. So you got to ask yourself what you value more. Being able to see, or going on an adventure and just seeing where things lead. But I do see someone here who's a little emotionally unavailable, and that's just cause Leo. Somebody or you, it could be a water sign you're having conflict with. Or maybe this is just conflict that you have to stabilize in your own emotion. You know, you got to get clear. There needs to be communication, especially if you're dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah, a lot of expression and communication here that Leo is having to do. But I say between now and the full moon in Taurus, I think you should stabilize this battle that you've been feeling emotionally. You know, let yourself feel and express, Leo. Try to ground yourself and maybe spend some time around family and go home. You know, I always tell people to go home during new moons or full moons in the 4th house. So hopefully that helped, Leo. Looks like you're a little bit afraid to offer some emotion, which is fine. Hopefully that helped, though, Leo. A lot of battles. All right, let's move to Virgo. Hi, Virgo. Virgo, what is the new moon in Scorpio message for Virgo? New moon in Scorpio 2019 message for Virgo. New moon in Scorpio. What's the new moon in Scorpio message for Virgo? We have the 6 of Wands come out, so you could be feeling victorious. We have the 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. So that was 6, 6, 10. 2 6s and a 10. Emotional fulfillment, happiness. Try to balance that out, Virgo. Let's get you a message that comes out, though. What is the Scorpio new moon message for Virgo, please? What do Virgos need to hear for this new moon in Scorpio in October? New moon in Scorpio, Virgo. 3 of Pentacles. So you guys are really trying to collaborate and work together right now. Okay, we finally have a card that came out. I may clarify this, but first, Virgo, let's talk about this new moon and what the hell it could mean for you. So, new moon, opportunity to set new intention over the next month, over the next 6 months, all right, planting seeds. But Virgo, this is a Scorpio new moon, and Scorpio is 3 houses away from you. So this has everything to do with communication. Very intense communication, Virgo. A lot of intense conversations that may or may not emerge between now and the full moon in Taurus. Why? Yes, because Scorpio is your 3rd house, but also because your ruling planet Mercury is going retrograde in Scorpio, bringing a lot of intense unresolved emotional trauma back from the past. So I definitely think there'll be people coming back from the past to communicate with you, Virgo, or you communicating with certain people about the past. But this is intense conversation. This is an opportunity to set new intentions, to communicate your emotions in a different way, and not just any emotion, not just tears, sadness, but when you feel something intense, Virgo, the Scorpio is here to kind of help you be emotionally stable throughout those feelings as an earth sign. This is literally blessings to have Scorpio as your 3rd house, okay? It's interesting though, the card coming out we have is Justice. So we have a Libra here. We have the energy of balance, harmony, fairness, but this is also the energy of judges, lawyers, court energy that you could be going through. This is not the first time justice has come up for you, Virgo. So Libra season. This is Libra season coming up here. Although we're in Scorpio season, this new moon is kind of the final energy of this Libra season. But I think this has a lot to do with Libra season and how much balance was important to you as far as your resources, your values. Libra is your 2nd house. Now we've gone into your 3rd house. So, okay, let's apply this to your intense communication, Virgo. This is very important that conversations are not one-sided, because honestly, one-sided conversations, there's no way that both people are going to feel just at the end of that. That will not result in balance. It will not result in harmony. It won't be fair, you know what I mean? So this is like, I do get a vibe that some of you guys are going to be talking to people between now and over the next 6 months, basically. And it's going to feel like a court ruling. Like, I hear court is in session. I'm hearing a gavel being pounded on a table. So it's like this is like a ruling over your emotions, and some of you guys are going to be communicating like jurisdiction, the juror. I'm hearing the judge and the jury is in. You know, I'm hearing a lot of court stuff for some reason. Guilty, not guilty, you know, sustained, like whatever. Basically, your conversations are going to feel like a very courtroom energy, which is kind of interesting because that doesn't really leave much room for emotion. It's like a cutting truth. This is Libra energy. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Cups. So this may involve friendship. It may involve three different people. It may involve a reunion of some sort. I do see some of you guys reuniting. Now this could be the energy of marriage as well. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. This card just keeps on coming out for you guys for me. This is a single woman card. Doesn't have to be single, but she feels single because she is financially stable on her own. She's self-sufficient. She's got everything. She has everything because of herself. She doesn't owe anybody anything. She's in her garden of abundance. Now I love when these two cards come up because it shows the differences in this metaphorical garden I'm talking about. Now this bush is a little bit smaller, and this is one bush in your metaphorical earth garden of Eden, Virgo, that you're coming to over the next month. A person, a place, or thing, whatever it is though, you're going to need to take a step back and assess whether this is contributing to your financial stability, or whether you being an earth sign planting here trying to make this grow with this person, place, or thing is putting you in debt. Okay, because you're going from a place of emotional, well, I guess emotional stability, but you're going from a place of self-sufficiency to, for some reason, focusing on just 7 of those pentacles. Instead of the 9 here, you're focusing on just one of those bushes, 7 of those pentacles, because for some reason, your effort, energy, time, and money needs to be assessed with this situation. Has it grown, Virgo? You've grown, but has this bush grown? Okay, 2 different bushes here, 2 different things. Now, you could be dealing with a Pisces. It's funny I say that because the Moon card is right underneath. So we have Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio here. Have 3 water signs here. We've got some conflict. You could also be a little bit like Leo, going through a little emotional conflict. This is heavy Piscean. For others of you, this is not knowing where love is going. Secrets, illusions, follow your, or pay attention to your intuition and your dreams about who you're offering your love to, Virgo. Because this is like, right now, your love life is, you know, this is Pisces is your 7th house. So you guys always deal with darkness and illusions when it comes to, especially because Neptune's there, retrograde. But yeah, this is something you don't know about the quest of love. It's very similar to Leo, but it's like for you, Virgo, you don't really care about the fact that you're afraid of this, because there is fear here to offer love to somebody, whether it's you or someone else, Virgo. Somebody is afraid to offer love here because of secrets, because of just being unknown. Now this could be very linked to the full moon in Taurus, okay? But there is a love offer here, especially if you've been waiting, and if you've been single, if you've taken time to kind of, you know, tend to your own garden, okay? But there's something you don't know about love. All right, Virgo. I want to know more about this Justice card though. I know Virgos are trying to reach a place of balance. Libra may be important. Communicating in a just way. Okay. Virgo. Ooh, sorry. The card coming out for you is the Devil in reverse. Came out, but it reversed itself. So we got a Capricorn here. If you're dealing with a Capricorn around this time, the fact that this is only for those of you dealing with Capricorn, they're reversed. So we've got Libra, Capricorn here. You guys are trying to balance out a toxicity. This could be addictions. This could be anything that you feel stuck, trapped to, tied to, bound to, Virgo, around this time. Leave it to Scorpio to completely, I don't know, transform that. So anyway, dealing with a Capricorn, they may not be upright right now, if you know what I mean. Like, this is a very unhappy devil, is what I'm getting. This is toxicity ending though, because of karma. These are 2 heavy karma cards. Okay, but Virgo, you're getting justice. If this is a person that was kind of toxic, if you're not dealing with Capricorn, unhappy Capricorns, because I do feel that there's a Capricorn here that's feeling out of balance. Yeah. There's a Capricorn here that doesn't feel very balanced. They don't feel the equal give and take. They don't feel harmonious, right? But for others of you, if you're not dealing with a Capricorn, or even if you are, this is literally like toxicity losing. to karma. Now there is some Libra Capricorn energy going on in on the wheel in the universe. Mars is in Libra, and Saturn and Pluto are in Capricorn. So there's a square taking place between these two energies. It's a karmic agreement, and it seems as if toxicity does not win, addiction doesn't win, manipulation has no place here. Virgo, you guys are karmically getting rid of people, places, and things that are toxic. Like, you're not going to feel tied to anything anymore after this new moon. And it's the more and more you communicate what you feel around this time, even if it has to do with options. Okay, some of you guys have options. Just be careful, pick your poison there. And then we have the Hierophant. So this might have to do with a Taurus or commitment. You know, you guys are going to be taking a stand. You know, you guys are going to be standing up for yourself and committing. But I do see an underlying energy here of options with you, or this is water energy. This is just all the different feelings that you feel around this time, Virgo. But the message for you is balance in releasing yourself from toxicity. This is your own shadow side, Virgo. We don't want to blame this energy on anyone else, okay? Regardless of how unhappy they seem, that's toxic. You guys are done with the toxicity, and you guys are ready to walk the even scales of justice and fairness. And I'm telling you, it's your voice. There's something about the way you're communicating with this new moon in Scorpio. Some of you guys are really able to communicate your emotions now, especially by November 13th, you will. But yeah, you guys won a karmic battle with the devil, and you've released yourself from toxicity, and I love it. So Virgo, make sure you're communicating all that you feel between now and the next 6 months. Looks great. Now, speaking of Libra, let's move into Libra. Libra, you just showed up in the Virgo reading, whatever that means. So let's see. What is the Scorpio New Moon message for Libra? What is the Scorpio New Moon message for Libra? Okay, we have a card coming out, and I don't even know what it is because it fell in reverse. So let's just keep it a secret for a second, Libra, and talk before the cards about this Scorpio New Moon and what it may mean for you. So Libra, you guys had a new moon last month. Okay, so you already went through your seasons. Hopefully you guys had great birthdays. Scorpio is all about your second house though. Okay, your resources, your finances, what it is that you have, your worth, your value, things that belong to you, almost possessions. All right. And so new moon here, you can set new intention. And I want to say, Libra, what's coming up here is the things that you have and the emotions they serve for you. So there may be things that you have, Libra, and you just have them because of the way it makes you feel, right? Whether this is a materialistic energy, you know, second house energy is kind of that Taurus vibration of Venus. So you're ruled by Venus, Libra, which is in Scorpio right now. So this has a lot to do, incidentally, with the things that belong to you that you're giving away to other people. Money, time, energy, resources, whatever you consider valuable. So just be careful with that, Libra, because for you, the universe is flipped. Scorpio is your second house when it's usually your 8th house. Gemini is your 9th house when it should be the 3rd house. Like, you're the balance scale. So yeah, this is a new moon to set intention for new money, new resources, anything that you'd like to possess or anything that you'd like to set the intention. So if you want a new car, put your intentions out in the universe to really bring that to you over the next 6 months, okay? Let's reveal this card, Libra. 5 of Cups. All right, it's suiting. It's suiting because this is Scorpionic energy, 2nd house. So you might be in your feels a little bit, especially in regards to your worth, your value, things that are yours. Like, I'm hearing, this is mine. Like, this is mine. 5 of Cups it's a 5. So all 5s in tarot talk about karmic change and something that absolutely needs to change. That goes hand in hand with the Scorpio energy as well. So could it be that there's just something in your life, Libra, that's got you a little bit down over the next month at least? This is slight depression, Libra. There is something here about focusing on something that didn't work out. It could have been a third party, but we've got this guy here, right? Guy or girl, we got this person here sitting, right? Can't even see their face. Their head is down, and they're looking at these 3 cups that are knocked over. And you can't really see, but there's water and blood coming out of those cups. So this is something that you spent emotion on. This is something that you spent blood and energy and sweat on, and it didn't work out. And you're focused on that. So this is that pessimistic energy, and you want to be careful because this is not the 3 of regret card. Like, there's always 2 cups somewhere in this card that are still upright. So if this is about a relationship, Libra, there is an opportunity to reconcile behind you, or to just emotionally connect with someone new. Maybe not with 3 people, but with these 2 people over here. There's something here about water under the bridge, that like that Adele song, oh, our love ain't water under the bridge, ooh. So yeah, there's something here about regret, disappointment, emotional conflict. It has something to do with something you're focusing on that didn't work out, whether that's a job, a person, a place, a thing. Be careful here, Libra, because what you're focusing on, the universe wants you to know with this Scorpio new moon that there is more of what you think you've lost. This is kind of the glass half empty kind of energy, but the glass is half full still, Libra. Even though you think you lost more than what you still have, like there's still an opportunity. Let the past be the past with this Scorpio new moon. It probably has something to do with finances or money or something that you felt was yours that you lost, whether that's a person or not. But we've got some emotional conflict for you, Libra. Bottom of the deck is the Emperor. So could it be that this has been taking place since October 13th, since the full moon in Aries? We have your opposite sign here, which is important for you as an opposition. This is a father figure for some of you guys, being in a position of authority, taking control is the Emperor. It's not an energy that is extremely Librarian. It's your opposite. Something could have ended with an Aries. Something could have ended with a father figure or an authority. This could something here. We have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Swords with the High Priestess. So there's something you don't know. Things are moving kind of slow for you. But there's definitely some completions and endings here going on with the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Cups. Could be an ending to a happy home, a relationship ending. But all of that, Libra, is to tell you that you need to take control of your empire now. It doesn't matter what you lost. You know, the Emperor doesn't worry about what he loses. The Emperor worries about what he can gain moving forward. He's not going to spend too much time, and he's not going to let anyone know that he's spending too much time in regret. So you want to take control of this depression, Libra. Take control of your loss in some way. Start to express it like the Emperor would. This is like depression and loss and emotional conflict contributing even more to who you are. You know, who you are around this time of year is so important, Libra, because you just went through birthdays. You just went through a new moon last month around this time. So this is about you taking control and owning your depression. You know, I'm hearing my emotions are my bitch. I'm not my emotions bitch. So don't let depression get the best of you, Libra. I want to shuffle a little bit more just because I love you guys. I want to see what's causing this Five of Cups over the next month. Why is Libra in the Five of Cups? We have the Knight of Wands. Because of a fire sign, potentially. We have Sagittarius here, Aries, Leo. This is my Sag card, though. So there could be a Sagittarius linked to this regret. Now, Libra, bottom of the deck is even more conflict. Great. This time it's the Five of Swords. I think Libra can handle the Five of Cups because you guys are intellectuals and you analyze. But this is going to hit. This is your Five of Cups. This is when that emotional loss and depression starts to attack your mind. Starts to change how you communicate, Libra. Arguments. Not wanting to fight anymore because this is just getting too heavy. This is just getting too heavy. There's something you just don't want to fight with anymore, Libra. You've been carrying this around for a really long time. Arguments and lack of communication is the biggest burden Libras can carry. You have a decision to make about a home environment as well. Some of you guys could be feeling lost at a home level. You could be feeling really left out in the cold in a marriage or commitment, and there's a decision that isn't being made until this burden is put down. Somebody that you keep trying to like reach balance with. You know how that is, Libra, where to you, it's not about being right or wrong, but it's about both people being justified. Like hearing both sides of the story and things becoming balanced. Like you don't like to end things on bad terms, but it's like you're going to have to eventually stop fighting, Libra. It's not your job to balance the situation out. There are 3 people in this card here. You know, somebody's making a decision here it's very heartbreaking as well. But there's a decision. And back to this, I mean, there might be someone in your life who is Knight of Wands like I don't know if they're in and out of your life, or if this is someone coming to you passionately during a time of depression and regret. This may be the person who's the Two of Cups, the Sagittarius. Although a situation didn't work out by November 14th, this Sagittarius may come rushing towards you, or this fiery person. Okay, now the Knight of Wands is not the King of Wands. This may be a one night stand or just quick passion that is short lived, but it's enough to get you out of this depression, Libra. You're starting to express yourself. I don't know who this is. I think this could be you. You're starting to express yourself. This depression, this conflict emotionally over the next month is actually going to give you a torch of expression to light your way. You could be putting your thoughts and conflict into music or art or writing. But remember, Libra, this is all about what you possess. So just make sure by the time of the Taurus full moon next month in November, mid-November, that you understand what is yours and what it is that you've given away. All right, let's move on to Scorpio. Scorpio, happy new moon and happy birthday, guys. I'm shy, yeah, so your energy is the bomb diggity. Let me just say that. So what is the new moon in Scorpio message for Scorpio? What is it that they need to hear? What could I possibly tell Scorpio? Oh, okay. I've got a card coming out. So before we reveal the cards, Scorpio, I just want to talk to you a little bit about what this new moon might entail for you. Like, for you, it is your new moon. Like, this is your birthday. You guys have a new moon in Scorpio around this time every year. And so this is your first house. Scorpio, this has everything to do with who you are, your sense of self. But the first house also has a little bit to do with how other people view you, Scorpio. And we do not need to talk about how important that is to you, because I know you guys feel watched sometimes. I know you guys feel kind of, like the energy lurking in the shadows. But this is a new opportunity for you to set new intentions for yourself, Scorpio. So I just talked to all these zodiac signs about how much change you bring and how much transformation and death you represent in astrology. And now I have to talk to death itself. So hello, what is it that you'd like to change about yourself, Scorpio? What is it that you would like to set intentions for yourself? Because you yourself are transforming around this time. Sure, you're helping all of us transform. You're ending things for us incidentally. But that doesn't mean that death itself is not changing as well. Even death goes through death, if that makes sense. So this is about you changing certain things about yourself to kind of change and transform and become reborn as a new you, which is just caterpillar vibes, butterfly vibes. Scorpio, what can I tell you that you don't already know? We have the 10 of Cups. This is so pretty. This is so beautiful. Emotional fulfillment. How important is emotional fulfillment around this time of year when we were coming up on the holidays? So this is between now and the full moon in Taurus that will be in your 7th house. So although newness is starting with you, Scorpio, completions and endings are happening in relationships. And isn't that great? Because it's like when we reach a point in our life where we want to become someone new, and for you, Scorpio, that's extremely important because you're always dying and transforming and becoming reborn, right? Always going through the deep, hellish, and purging changes of your emotion, right? Constantly wanting to feel something deeper because there's that numb feeling, right, that some of you guys feel. So emotional fulfillment. And what really kind of really triggered me as I was just talking is, in order to become someone new around this time, you have to allow things to end with others. Does that make sense? Full moon in your 7th house, new moon in your 1st house. 10 of Cups. There is some kind of emotional completion happening here. Some of you guys have children. Some of you guys have homes. Whatever this means to you, it's about your own emotional fulfillment. Blessings. Things coming into an alignment. Beautiful card. I'm going to clarify. The bottom of the deck, we have the Hanged Man. Neptune retrograde energy. Neptune is trining a lot of this Scorpio energy. This could be a Pisces. The Hanged Man talks about sacrifice. So I am hearing something here about surrender and self-sacrifice. Scorpio, you are becoming enlightened to the people, places, and things that actually emotionally fulfill you. There's just something different about this Scorpio season. It must be something in the planets. You guys could be sacrificing something that you thought emotionally fulfilled you, a home, a person, a marriage, something, but you're becoming enlightened to what it truly means. Whatever that means, Scorpio, becoming enlightened. Why? Because the veil is at its thinnest around Halloween, right? The veil is so thin right now. What you can see and what you can't see, Scorpio, the light and the dark, I mean, it's very thin. This is secrets. This is following your intuition. It could be in regards to a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, or just money. We have the 3 of Cups, so it could be a specific friend. But the message I feel for you, Scorpio, is you're becoming enlightened to what truly emotionally fulfills you. And I think that I'm feeling really weird vibes right now as I talk to you about that, because I'm just wondering. I have a natural curiosity for the Scorpio way of emotion, which I was telling everybody else about. Still waters. I think of still waters when I think of Scorpio. And then I always know as a Pisces that even though Scorpio seems so calm on the surface, underneath, whoo, there is a lot going on under there. So, okay, remember how I told you that this new moon is all about who you are and how you're seen? This is about you becoming enlightened to how emotional fulfillment, like, I think you're wanting to be seen as somebody who's emotionally fulfilled on their own. Like, some of you may live alone, some of you, yeah. I do feel an element of sacrifice that I keep trying to get away from as a Pisces. This is Pisces energy. So I do feel like some of you might be sacrificing homes, family, relationships if you know you're not emotionally fulfilled in them, because you truly have become enlightened. Neptune energy is really doing a number, and it's showing you beyond the illusion of what it is that you can feel. Like, I don't know if you guys have been feeling certain feelings, and then your season comes and it's your birthday, and it's like intense emotion for Scorpio is not necessarily emotional stability. You know, it's not about how much you feel something. It's about, it's kind of hard to explain, isn't it? It's not about how much you feel, Scorpio. It's about how that feeling makes you feel. It's hard to explain, and that's where the ultimate sacrifice is. It's a tiny understanding of something that you can see now. And it's interesting. I feel the light around the Hanged Man and the light around these cups are the same. So you're definitely thinking in an enlightened way about what would emotionally fulfill you. That keeps coming up. But there is an element of sacrifice here. And I think that's just for those of you who are in home situations, family situations that are truly not. Like, you're not gonna care to sacrifice it, because the universe has awakened you to what a feeling could truly feel like, whatever that is. Maybe there's something here about seeing this in a different way as well. Okay, the Hanged Man is doing absolutely nothing. You know, this is, and I told Cancer and Pisces that Scorpio they're able to sit with their feelings in silence, just to feel what you feel in your own intimacy. So I do see something here about relationships, home environments, family, emotional fulfillment. You're going to be seeing you're going to be seeing things from a very different perspective. Why? Because you're going to be seeing it from the other side of the veil. Things that you didn't know before, Scorpio, all of a sudden the sun is making you aware of those things. All of a sudden the moon is illuminating. So this new moon is all about changing your perception about emotional fulfillment. And for some of you, that's just finally realizing that you are happy on your own. You're happy without really doing anything. For others of you, it's realizing that, yeah, that you can do this on your own, that you don't have to really share this with anybody else. That's what true intimacy is, being intimate with your own self, okay, Scorpio? So, first house new moon, this is a chance for you to plant self seeds of intention, okay? So that you can be emotionally fulfilled. I think you're just going to be becoming really enlightened about what truly emotionally fulfills you, Scorpio, and therefore what doesn't. There may be sacrifice there in order to change your perspective. So hopefully that helps, Scorpio. Happy birthday, guys. All right, let's move into Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what is the new moon in Scorpio message for Sagittarius? We have a card flipping over right away. So, Sag. Lots to talk about, not enough time. So before we reveal the cards, let's just talk about like this new moon in Scorpio and what it might even mean for you, because this is a pretty intense new moon for you. I didn't even really realize it until I kind of sat and thought about it. Like, this new moon is 12 houses away from you, Sag. Meaning that this is all about endings. Like, leave it to me, a Pisces, to talk about 12th house energy, because Pisces is a very important sign for you right now because of that. They are the 12th house. So if you need help, hopefully there's somebody with Pisces energy that can kind of help you with this very dark subconscious energy, Sag. So many Sagittariuses, at least 5 of them are important in my life right now, and I know it's because you guys are going through the last house of the universe. So welcome to the end, Sagittarius. Really intense to even have a Scorpio 12th house, because that means subconscious death is always a thing, meaning is it possible that Sagittarius is always in the back of their mind thinking like that this is about to end? This is going to end someday. Like subconscious endings, subconscious death, transformation. This is all about transformation and rebirth. But for you, because of where Scorpio is on the zodiac wheel for you, Sag, it's like there's certain things about the past, especially with Mercury retrograding on Halloween this year. Venus is here, so there's just a lot of endings when it comes to your mind and your heart right now. People, places, and things. Like, this is a subconscious graveyard for you guys, and it's like there's gonna be a lot of skeletons in the closet that come out. And please know that from now until November 14th on the full moon in Taurus, there's going to be certain things that kind of reemerge in your life that are absolutely dead. So like it's going to be like fucking Walking Dead up in this bitch. Like there's going to be straight up zombies texting you like, "Hello, Sagittarius." Like, yeah, it's just because of the astrology, you guys. So I just wanted to let you guys know how intense this new moon in Scorpio is for you. It's extremely subconscious. You are actually asleep. If you guys don't feel really here, Sagittarius, it's because you guys are kind of asleep during this energy. Anybody who goes through 12th house energy kind of gets into this psychosis state where because if you were awake during this, Sag, the things that you would see, the things that you would see, and some of you are probably like, I'm seeing those things, but it's an illusion. There's a lot of illusion. The best advice I have for you, Sag, is to like listen to music and like sing and draw and create and like just kind of, you know, give in to escaping right now. If you guys need to spend more time alone. All right, let's just look at the cards. The card that came out for you guys is the Ten of Swords. Not the first time I got this card for Sag. It makes sense. In my October video for Sagittarius, I also pulled the Ten of Swords right behind the Temperance card. So this lets me know even more so that Sagittarius is really going through painful endings right now. Now, to keep this kind of relating to the 12th house, this is happening at a subconscious level. There's certain things that are just over, Sag. Like, it's the end. You know, you guys have birthdays coming up really fucking soon. So you want to get all this pain and all this regret, all this deception and betrayal out of the way, right? Because this is supposed to be the light at the end of the tunnel card. So although there has been a great deal of darkness with this Scorpio energy in 12th house, like to even have a 12th house Scorpio, like Sag, if there's any Sagittarius risings watching, they know this even more so because their 12th house, my 12th house is Sag, well, I guess, yeah, their 12th house would be Scorpio. So a lot of subconscious energy there, a lot of intense emotion re-emerging. So there will be pain. You will feel at some point between now and November 14th that you're on the ground with like 10 swords stabbed into your back. Like this is a place of defeat, but Sag, this is all about getting up. Do not let the 12th house and all the energy there defeat you. Because if anything, if anyone is able to rise again from this, it's you. You have the 12th house of Scorpio, which is resurrection and things not really being dead. Like, so you're not dead, Sagittarius. They are. Like other people in your life, other situations, you are about to be reborn. You are definitely about to come back to life, which is why this light is coming here. Because the sun is eventually going to enter Sagittarius. Jupiter is still in Sagittarius. The moon went into Sagittarius right after this Scorpio energy. So don't lay in this position of defeat. This isn't a party. This isn't a party. Is this person drunk here? I don't think so. And that's just like a little Sagittarius joke there. This is someone who's out for the count. But the bottom of the deck is the Magician. So you guys are still trying to manage your resources, what you feel, what you have as far as money, your passion, and what it is that you think. I want to go back to this Ten of Swords. This is an air card. Okay, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it's also mental. So this could be more mental than anything, Sag, especially because the subconscious is technically a part of the mind. So you can still create from this space. You can still manifest from this space because you're magical, Sagittarius. I cannot wait for your season personally. What is it that you're worried about resources for? What is it that you're trying to manifest? A home, stability, the next 10 years, you know, financial fulfillment. This may have to do with family, money, or the home being too crowded, but this is a commitment and financial fulfillment. So that's what you're ultimately trying to manifest. You have all the resources you need, Sagittarius, to manifest this career, this home, this family situation, this feeling of financial fulfillment. That's what you've been waiting on here. Okay, we have the King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. So some of you are dealing with well, this is a Scorpio. The Scorpio season is all about waiting to see if something has grown. But I'll tell you what, Sagittarius, here you are with the Nine of Swords. So you had the Ten of Swords come out, and now the Nine of Swords is showing up right by the Temperance card, which is you. So my advice to you is, yeah, welcome to the 12th fucking house. Not trying to compare, but I'm a Pisces. I deal with this all the time. This dark ass energy of, it's like an energy of a nightmare. I mean, it's dreamy as well, but yeah, this is a good card to represent the anxiety that Sag has been feeling. Some of you guys are having a really hard time sleeping at night. And if so, you know, you just kind of wake up and you're like, holy shit, like these are all the thoughts on your mind that need to be balanced at nighttime. It's because you're going through 12th house energy, Sagittarius. So please pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to the obsessive thoughts that come into your mind before bed, because this is what you're needing to stay patient about. This is being patient up at late at nighttime, Sag, is an issue for you over the next month. But yeah, this needs patience. This needs alchemy. These thoughts of anxiety. We have the Queen of Swords. Could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or this is just about straight up communication. Yeah, you're wanting to communicate. Some of you are dealing with a Pisces. I do see a single Pisces here, or Cancer. As soon as I said Cancer, of course. So we have Pisces and Cancer here. If you don't believe me, we have the Chariot and the Moon. Someone has a Cancer Moon here. We have the Ace of Wands. So there are new sparks of passion. Maybe with a Cancer. Maybe this involves travel. Self-sufficiency is a thing as well, Sagittarius, making sure you're good, you know what I mean? But we have the Moon. This is that Pisces energy. You might not be dealing with a Pisces, but you dealing with a Pisces, because when you go through 12th house energy, you're dealing with Pisces energy, like indirectly. So lots of communication here. You may need to travel to communicate. Some of you want to travel to get clarity. This is like text messages and stuff. And this is all about being in this space, like this holding space of emotional waiting. Like, how agonizing. Patience where? Like, what do you mean be patient, Braylon? Like, no, I get it. I get it. But this is all about manifesting the future. The 12th house is all about ending, Sag. So let this end. Please let it end. Whatever ends, people, places, things, like, please know the universe has got you in this space right now of just endings, because it's your birthday soon, Sag. Do you really want to bring certain thoughts, certain emotions, certain people, places, and things with you to this new you? You're about to be another year older, you know? So just continue manifesting. Focus the magic that you feel on the next 10 years or something a little bit more long term. And just, Sag, I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you, okay? Hopefully this helped. Very, very intense, dark full moon. But I believe in you guys. I believe in you guys. All right, let's move to Capricorn. Capricorn. Ooh, almost had the Hanged Man. So this do nothing energy that Scorpio is kind of bringing, like, just come sit in the graveyard. You're definitely feeling that as well. Now this is super weird. First, we need to talk, and then we'll talk about the cards, because there is something strange going on. But before we do that, Capricorn, let's keep it professional and talk about this Scorpio new moon for you. It's happening in your 11th house. So for you, Capricorn, all this intense change and transformation and death and rebirth, this is happening in your house of friends and collective energy. So again, genocide comes up here. Genocide is like a really significant energy to Capricorn, because you have the house of death 11 houses away from you in groups. So death in groups is genocide. So this is a metaphorical genocide that you guys are going through, meaning that sure, there can be endings to friendships. Sure, that could definitely be Scorpio 11th house, or just intense friendships, intimacy with certain friendships, certain changes happening. Sure, that could totally be it. But also the main meaning here is that things are going to be dying for you in groups. So by the number of 3 or more. So pay attention, Capricorn, to, oh, this thing ends, and this thing ends, and then this thing ends. It's that Aquarius energy of, like, you know, they say death comes in threes, right? Well, that's what's kind of creepy about this message, because for you, Capricorn, it's definitely coming in bulk. Like, not just one thing is going to change for you. You have this is a new moon in your 11th house of humanitarianism, like collectiveness, cosmic energy, groups of people, community. So this is like an entire community for you that is changing. It's really weird, though. The card that came out is hello, you, but you're right side up. You guys came out in the Libra reading. which is really, really weird. Actually, I think it was Virgo. Sorry, you came out in the Virgo reading. But yeah, you're coming out here, Capricorn. But I gotta do this. Just because this is your ruling card, I'm not going to skip the fact that you could totally be dealing with devil card things. Like, yes, this is you. Some of you could be dealing with another Capricorn. But Capricorn, this card represents toxicity. It represents a karmic soulmate, someone who you're not choosing to be with, but it's like you're stuck with them. It could be an addiction, manipulation. But this is your shadow side. So if you guys know your moon sign, please focus on your moon sign, because this is all about shadow work, and this deep desire, lust, even. Just, it's kind of toxic. We'll look into this card more. But the bottom of the deck is Justice. And I kid you not, you might want to watch the Virgo reading just for the hell of it, because these two cards were also in the Virgo reading. So similar to Virgo, you guys are going through a lot of karma right now. These two cards are both karmic in a different way. There's some toxicity here, Capricorn, something you feel stuck in, something that has trapped you for too long, that you need balance. You may need to have to escape this situation. You know, with the Devil card, these two people are not chained there. You can see that these chains are well big enough to remove. Okay, so this is something that you're keeping yourself subconsciously stuck in, an addictive mindset. It might be like obsession, but I don't know if there's a Libra or a Capricorn involved here, but this might be a toxic marriage that some of you guys are engaging in. Leave it to Scorpio to be very fucking honest about that. Scorpio, there's no hiding any toxicity or obsession with Scorpio, because Scorpio that's their job to feel that kind of energy. So justice is coming for this situation to release Capricorn karmically from something they've been trapped in for a really long time. Yeah, really fucking long time. You've been carrying this for at least 10 months, 10 years. Like, it's a very heavy burden that you need to drop. It involves a decision, probably about a marriage or a home environment. Some of you guys are really, really afraid of financial conflict, being left out in the cold, feeling homeless. But I feel some of you guys are walking away. We have the Queen of Pentacles here, which is you, Capricorn. And we have the Hermit. So it might be a Virgo that is linked to this energy, walking away from an earth sign. Or this is you, Capricorn, walking away as an earth sign. And it's weird. You know, Capricorn, this is very unlike you, but I'm very proud of you, because you're walking away from something that casted an illusion of stability for you, but you're realizing emotionally and on a deeper level that you felt left out in the cold anyway. So this whole fear of being left out in the cold has been something that's been haunting you for a long time anyways. So although walking away from this stability, it leaves you temporarily in conflict financially, it's like there's this other decision here. There may be two different home environments from now until November 14th that you're choosing from. There's some kind of stalemate here. What you're carrying around in your marriage or in your relationships or in a home environment, you haven't decided yet if you want to continue to carry that burden. This decision is a very heavy decision, Capricorn, because this involves what you're allowing yourself to be trapped in and what karma, what Saturn would like to justify for you. This could be a toxic Libra for some of you guys, or a toxic marriage. You could be dealing with very karmic, toxic court energy with the Justice card, lawyers. Okay, Justice at the bottom. I want to clarify the Devil card though, because that is you. Okay, what's going on for Capricorn for the new moon in Scorpio? Please clarify the Devil card. Okay, interesting. We have the Ace of Swords, so kind of the same energy as Justice. This is victory. This is communication, new ideas. I mean, if there's anything, this is like the flaming sword of Archangel Michael. Like, you are cutting toxicity out of your life. Now, it's weird. This card fell in reverse and then moved itself in upright. So some of you guys, you definitely are getting an Ace of Swords. You're getting the Ace of Swords between now and the next 6 months, meaning that you're getting clarity. You're getting victory. You're getting a voice, a very loud voice that speaks cuttingly so, that cuts through the clouds of illusion. Like, this is something you're going to be saying. Capricorns are going to have a lot to say. Some of you guys aren't sure how to wield this sword yet, and I guarantee it's because of this energy. Capricorn, this is all about your truth. You guys have really battled some mental demons here, okay? And you've came out shiny as a whistle. Like, and even to confirm that, we have another victory card at the bottom, getting a lot of attention, being publicly recognized for an accomplishment, which you guys love that. But we also have the Tower, so this is going to be something quite shocking. You guys are going to be shockingly victorious. You didn't think so, did you, Capricorn? You guys are so hard on yourself. You did not think you would be victorious. You did not think you'd get this wish. You did not think you would get this victory. But yeah, you do. Oh wow, this is coming back from the past apparently. Some of you guys, this is like returning to people, places, and things. Like this is what you're desiring. Familiarity. Something that seems familiar, right? Something that you're desiring from the past. Soulmate energy. Some of you have children, but this is returning to childhood homes, things like that. And of course, there's this apology that comes in after that, right? This is a new love. Could be dealing with a younger water sign. Could definitely be dealing with a Scorpio because we have the Death card. So Scorpio season is all about apologies for Capricorn. In new beginnings, we have the Fool. So when you release what you're holding on to, Capricorn, when you take this risk, it's going to involve you letting go of your money and letting go of your stability. I know, Capricorn, but this is karmic. You can do it. Let this end. There's going to be a new beginning. There's going to be new love. There might even, there is new love coming back from the past, which is very emotionally fulfilling. But in order to be seen in this way victoriously, you have to let something crumble down. The universe is testing you, Capricorn, to see if you're going to stay in this tower or not. Or are you going to move on and allow yourself attention elsewhere? Are you going to move on and actually be celebrated? It's all about your truth, Capricorn. And if anyone knows your truth, it's you. So remember, this is all in your 11th house. So it might involve groups of people. It might involve friendship or the community that you're living in. It might involve your wishes or your desires, okay? But Capricorn, there's definitely some truth that you're cutting through here. You're cutting through toxicity. I love it. You're very victorious. So don't be afraid to set intention with this new moon in Scorpio to find your truth. And basically keep in mind, this is a genocide for you. So if you're afraid that ending one thing is going to destroy it all, you're not wrong. So hopefully that helped, Capricorn. Let's move on to Aquarius. Aquarius, what is the new moon in Scorpio message for Aquarius? Whoa, okay, well, that was weird. 3 cards fell on the floor. One of them is the Death card. The other 2, well, I pulled them in reverse. This might be a piggyback message for Capricorn. The Fool and the 4 of Pentacles. Letting go of what you've been hanging on to, a comfort zone, to jump into something completely new. Maybe with a Scorpio or an Aries, but this is what's changing for Aquarius and Capricorn. This sudden ending and beginning, but absolutely having to release something. You could be dealing with a Libra as well. We have Libra in the Tower. Okay, so let's try that again, Aquarius. Sorry. What is the new moon in Scorpio message for Aquarius? I think Aquarius is waiting on something for the future, waiting for their ships to come in. We have the 2 of Swords that came out on the ground. I may clarify that, but before we even begin with the cards, Aquarius, I want to talk to you a little bit about where the new moon is happening. You're a fixed sign like Scorpio, so you're getting squared by this new moon, Aquarius. It's happening in your 10th house because Scorpio is 10 houses away from you. So this is death and transformation and intimacy, rebirth in an area of your future. So it's not really you right now that is going through this death, Aquarius, or these changes. It's the future you, which is super alien, right? Like the future you, Aquarius, right? The you where you see yourself working, living, your financial success, the next 10 years is coming up here. You'll notice things are changing in your life right now to ensure your future, right? And this is also about your emotional stability and how your career plays into that. The 10th house is all about what you're meant to do in this world and like what you're leaving behind as a legacy. So very serious energy, very serious. For you, Aquarius, seriousness and intensity goes together, especially in the career. And when it comes to, long-term energy, this is longevity. So the 2 of Swords is wanting to be shown here. This seems to be a card coming up for people lately because Scorpio energy kind of brings everything to a pause, okay? Death stops things, doesn't it, Aquarius? Scorpio is death. So this is like air energy for one, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So this is your Aquarian mind. The things that you're not able to see, there is this energy of not being able to see right now because the new moon is dark, Scorpio is dark. You got to really get intense with those emotions behind you, Aquarius, to really see forward to the next 10 years specifically. But this is like a decision that isn't being made just yet. It's a decision that you're trying to make, or trying to make a gut instinct feeling around this new moon. Over the next month, there will be certain decisions. There'll be certain truths that seem to conflict, especially because Scorpio squares you. There may be some compromises that come up, for your future. Because there's you, Aquarius, and then 90 degrees away from you, harshly, is Scorpio and what they want for you for your future. And what it is that you're able to feel intuitively about your right now to ensure your future. So decisions here, and we do have the Four of Wands at the bottom. So this is ultimately something that isn't being decided in a home environment. It isn't being decided in a marriage. Someone can't make up their mind whether they want to commit or be married, or maybe this is a home decision, some kind of celebration, whatever, the holidays coming up. You know, things just kind of needing to slow down in the home, especially because some of you guys are feeling a little bit left out in the cold. You're trying to walk away from financial conflict. I mean, Aquarius, the bottom of the deck seems kind of intense here. You're trying to be stable, but there are going to be certain shakeups, okay? And because of these shakeups in Scorpio season, you're going to be walking away by the new moon in Taurus, or I'm sorry, the full moon in Taurus on November 14th. And although there may be some financial conflict, I feel like ultimately the decision is yours. Let's clarify a little bit. What else for Aquarius? Why is the Two of Swords here for Aquarius? Yeah, this has been happening for everybody. We have the Ten of Wands, similar to Libra, very heavy. Capricorn got this as well. Very heavy decisions. Like, maybe things are just so heavy, you've been working so hard, Aquarius, that you're not going to make a decision right now. Like, you may feel intuitively that it's not time to make really, like, you know, really big decisions right now. Especially because Mercury is going retrograde. I do feel that some of you guys are in a deep place of emotional contemplation when it comes to accepting certain offers, and not, like, also not making up your mind or feeling stagnant may also be what feels heavy here. Let's get more. You guys are always so strange. I never know really how the Aquarius readings go, but there's some heavy decision making, probably in regards to a career or your future. What else for Aquarius? What else can you tell me for Aquarius for the Scorpio New Moon? Aquarius, please. Seven of Wands with the Two of Wands. So the ball's in your court, Aquarius. I would just ride this Mercury retrograde out before you make a decision to end something, especially if it involves a separation. Feeling stuck in your head, feeling trapped, Aquarius, especially if you're dealing with a fire sign or Pisces. Got Pisces, Leo. Yeah, you may be stuck in your head about heartbreak or something that ended, probably a relationship, but the ball's in your court moving forward. We have the Seven of Wands coming out with the Two of Swords and the Ten of Wands. So although it's very heavy, silence and decision making, you're taking a stand for yourself in some way, Aquarius. You're willing to fight. Maybe coming off as a little bit defensive to certain people over the next month, but that's because you guys are really in the middle of your past and your future, because Scorpio intensifies that for you. Like, hey Aquarius, let me make your emotions more intense about the future so that you can kind of let go of what's going on right now. That's the only way Aquarius would be able to sit here and hold all this, because it's like, hold on a second, like now I'm starting to feel intense about the future. But it's ultimately going to make you kind of detach from your emotion, and become more fire-like, because we have 3 fire cards here. You could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but there's definitely decisions, okay? And the more and more Scorpio season has you sit with these heavy feelings, it's like your mind is being crossed by 2 different choices. But I think you're going to know what to choose, Aquarius, by the end of all this, because you're stepping up and fighting for one thing more than the other, if that makes sense. But the Seven of Wands is all about protecting. Like, you guys might be protecting yourself right now and therefore not making your mind up because it's Mercury retrograde. So yeah, Two of Wands, this is literally, you're in between what has ended and what's beginning. You know, this is a choice between comfort and growth that may be important, Aquarius. You know, you can't grow and be comfortable at the same time, is what I always say with this card. If you're going to choose growth, you're going to have to sacrifice your comfort. And if you want to choose comfortability, that's fine, but you're probably going to have to sacrifice your growth. And I'm going to leave that up to you, Aquarius, because this seems to be a very, very heavy decision. A lot of heavy decisions around this time of year. But just keep in mind, Aquarius, this is a new moon in your 10th house of career. So the future and success, that serious energy, it's all coming up here, but it's all about how you want to see yourself in a more emotionally stable place over the next 10 years of your life. Okay, that's the epitome of having a Scorpio 10th house. Also, your career can just get more and more intense as the days go on. So hopefully that helped you aliens. All right, last but not least, let's move on to Pisces. Pisces, what is the Pisces, or what's the Scorpio New Moon message for Pisces? Pisces, Scorpio New Moon, what is the Scorpio New Moon message for Pisces? What can we talk to Pisces about? Scorpio New Moon message for Pisces. Scorpio. Interesting. So Pisces, before we even get going, let's just talk about this Scorpio New Moon for you. So you're a water sign, Pisces, okay? I don't know about you guys, but I was extremely excited to finally get back into the water season because we haven't had water energy since Cancer season, okay? So that's 4 long months, whatever. Scorpio is an interesting energy for us, isn't it? Pisces trines Scorpio on the zodiac wheel, so there is this harmonious connection being made between Neptune and Mercury and Venus and the sun and the moon. So yeah, there's some harmonious spiritual flow going on, but Pisces, Scorpio is 9 houses away from you. So this new moon has everything to do with setting new intentions for learning and studying our philosophy. Scorpio is like, Pisces, what do you believe? What do you believe? Like, Scorpio is in your face like that because Pisces have very intense beliefs, not only because we're ruled by Neptune and Jupiter, but because Scorpio is our 9th house of beliefs and philosophy. So as Virgo is going through short distance travel in the lower mind, Pisces as the opposite is going through long distance travel in the higher mind. So this Pisces right now, over the next month, we're really going to want to elevate because of Scorpio. We're going to want to change the things that we believe in. Our beliefs may change. They may transform. Our beliefs about death are coming up here. Our beliefs about sex and intimacy coming up here. So very intense, Pisces. The more and more you get in tune with what you truly believe and kind of align yourself with that, the more and more Scorpio season is going to change this for you. And then, of course, we have Sagittarius season coming up next month, which is going to be lit because you're a mutable sign. So a lot of intense emotion. Pisces, you're learning about this. You may need to travel to learn. Pisces may want to really study right now and have an adventure. This is Sagittarius energy for Pisces. Scorpio is Sagittarius, so fun and adventure and just learning and excitement, expansion, okay, and transformation. So Pisces, first card out is the Knight of Cups. This is us. You could be dealing with another Pisces, or this could be a Scorpio or a Cancer, or anybody who is offering love. It could be you, could be another person, Pisces, but this is the Knight of Cups. So I do have to talk about romance and, you know, a dreamy lover. The Knight of Cups is definitely a romantic. He's an artist. He's a poet. It's being charmed. He's very, very charming. This is Prince Charming. And I don't know if this is you, Pisces, or someone else, like I said, but I have to talk about the quest of love when I see the Knight of Cups, because every knight is a messenger and every knight is on a quest. This is an emotional quest. This is a love quest. This is a messenger coming in. And I'm going to ask more about this Knight of Cups, but I just feel like this is about what we can learn about the emotions we offer people, Pisces. This is about what we can learn about love, how we can expand on love, and what it is that we believe about romance. Bottom of the deck so far is the Six of Cups, or not the Six of Cups. Perhaps that's what we wish it was. The Six of Cups would be nostalgia and someone returning from the past. This is the Six of Pentacles, though. So it's that earth energy. It's all about the give and the take and how it has to be equal, Pisces. I think that's what we're offering to someone is equal give and take. Because Pisces, let's be honest, we can definitely wind up on the basically we wind up in situations where we give too much. And then we get crumbs in return. And although we're nice and we're fish and la 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 and we just want to love, like, come on, Pisces. At the end of the day, time and time again of winding up in situations where we get not enough in return, it does take a toll on us. It's very dark. We could be dealing with earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The fact that the Knight of Cups is here and the Knight of Pentacles, I do have to talk about Virgo, Pisces. You could be dealing with a Virgo. This is also Taurus and Capricorn, but these are two different messengers, Pisces. Perhaps someone who you're emotionally connected to and someone who is a bit more grounded. They may move a little bit slower. But it's all about the equal give and take. Like, how can you further balance the value in this situation? Do you value love, Pisces? Or do you value stability? Because we do have some stability coming in here. This is what you manifested. This Ace of Pentacles, it's going to be different for all of us. But this is something we need coming in from the universe. We manifested it, quite frankly. It's a beginning and a completion. Okay, lots of offers under here, Pisces. Page of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, with the Ace of Pentacles. So wow, at least 3 different offers. They are very long term. I think this is the same offer in just 3 different ways, because we have Earth, 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 and the Magician. So a lot of our magic and our manifestation abilities have been going to physical stuff like money. Look, we even have the Eight of Pentacles under there and the King of Pentacles. So I'm gonna just go ahead and say some of y'all dealing with earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or if you ain't dealing with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you're looking at how stable situations are. Like, love is cool and everything, but like, what do you have to offer me? I'm not like trying to be rude, but like, love don't pay the bills, love doesn't feed me, kind of thing. Could be dealing with a Taurus. There is an offer here, Pisces, that is coming in. 2 different offers I see. Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is being offered to you, Pisces. This is something really long term. It's a career, it's a home, it's financial fulfillment. It's the ability to plant something that will literally grow over the next 10 years into something really, really abundant. But this is an offer that we manifested. So there's a difference here between something that's being offered to us and something that we manifested, Pisces. This is a magical opportunity. This is a golden opportunity. This is really hard to choose from. Okay, something that's being offered. There's going to be 2 different offers that come in over the next month, Pisces. One of them is going to seem really long lasting, but then the other one we're going to be like, whoa, this is so magical. Like, this is a golden opportunity. Neither is worse or bad. It's going to be completely up to you. But there's someone here who's willing to put in a lot of effort and work, whether that's you or this King of Pentacles. Like, wow, Pisces. All I can say is wow. I do think a lot of us are going to be focused on money and stuff like that. Let's ask more about this Knight of Cups, though. Okay, because that's us, Pisces. That's us with our cup. You know, what else for Pisces? Why is this Knight of Cups here for Pisces for the Scorpio New Moon? Like, do you really think our sister sign Scorpio isn't going to, like, put us in our feelings a little bit? Pisces, make us catch feelings for someone throughout this time? Like, yeah. We have the Empress. Pisces, you're beautiful. You're abundant. Got that Venus energy in Scorpio as well. All right. Why is the Knight of Cups here for Pisces? Tell me whatever you can about this Knight of Cups. Why is the Knight of Cups here? Okay, 5 of Wands. So Pisces, there's some competition here. I don't know if other people are competing over you, or if you have a lot of options here, because it's like these people are over here fighting. Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It don't matter though. These are just people. There's at least 5 different people that they definitely need to change that situation up. But it looks as if you're headed right towards, and I feel like there's one person in this bunch of people that you have 1 cup, Pisces. You definitely don't have 5 cups, right? This is your Piscean cup, the very rare cup of your love, unconditional, right? And you're going to someone who's in conflict somewhere else or fighting energy, and it's like, maybe, because I'm seeing this in my head right now, Pisces is approaching with this cup, and they're like fighting, and then they see you, and they're like, and you give that cup to one of these people over here, and I think like that's when the fighting. So basically, offering love and competition is going hand in hand, whatever that means. Tension and conflict, something that needs to change about the way someone expresses their love to you, Pisces. Like, Pisces don't want to be fought over. Pisces want to be fought for. You know, because Pisces is hella worth fighting for. Got the Ace of Swords here with the Devil card, just like Capricorn. Could be dealing with a Capricorn, but Pisces has also cut out a lot of toxicity. All Pisces cares about is the equal give and take. We just want to be in equal relationships where we don't give too much. We've done learned our worth. All right, I'm going to clarify a little bit more, but like, this is a love battle, a battle of the heart. Like, I'm getting oh, what is that called? You know, those TV shows like Flavor Flav, it's to A Shot at Love. I'm getting that kind of vibe where there's competitions being fought over for this. Pisces, whatever this means, give me a little bit more for Pisces, please. But Pisces, what can you learn about this situation? Because you're learning so much with Scorpio energy. Scorpio is your teacher. You are Scorpio's student, but you are also a teacher as well. Now, some of you guys are juggling right now financially, And that's where your attention's at. Like, yeah, there's all these people fighting over your attention and romance, but you're like, look, I'm like literally just trying to survive over here. You could be juggling with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Maybe you haven't made up a decision. There might be two different things you value: this Queen of Pentacles and these other dumbasses that are over here fighting for your love. We have the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So new passionate sparks, specifically with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This could have been an air sign that ended. Yeah, there is a heartbroken air sign here that's really in their head. They would, and they may have fire energy. They would really like to call you, or they want a second chance. I'm so sick of seeing these two cards, Pisces. Not really, they're really dope. But this message has come up for Pisces in October, and look, it's by the High Priestess this time. Pisces, there's something you don't know. Okay, you want to follow your intuition about whether you should let this crash or burn, or whether you should let this resurrect. Because Scorpio is going to do what you ask. Like, Scorpio loves Pisces, and I think if we can utilize this energy however. So Scorpio, you tell Scorpio to kill something, they're going to kill it. You tell Scorpio to resurrect something, they're going to resurrect it. How are you going to tell Scorpio to do these things? Based on how you feel in November. So I do see this could be you, Pisces, really in your head about what action to take after heartbreak. You might feel kind of trapped. There is a fire sign here. An Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius. This is Leo to me, that feels trapped and really heartbroken. Could be you, Pisces, just not knowing how to take action. And then we have another queen over here, which is the Ten of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. There needs to be communication, Pisces, about any endings that have happened. That's Mercury retrograde. Like, there was definitely an ending that happened here, a very heartbreaking ending. Could have involved cheating or deception. I mean, these three cards, wow. Feeling trapped in heartbreak and endings. But you're coming back as the Queen of Swords after all that. You've mastered everything that's happened to you mentally, and you're just kind of ready for a new passionate spark. And it might be with someone from the past that wants a second chance after things literally crumbled down, and things could have crumbled down because of secrets. Like, somebody was being too secretive. This could have been you, Pisces. You're following your intuition about what is crumbling down and what is resurrecting, but you're juggling right now. And back to the real message, Pisces, this is just about, you know, the quest of love not being without competition. You could be competing with someone else. But yeah, there's going to be tension and conflict here, which I kind of understand. But what can you learn about this, Pisces, about yourself? What is the conflict around you teaching you over the next month about your cup of love and who to not give it to, who to give it to? That's what I have for you, Pisces. You're going to be learning and expanding a lot. So before I go, let's just pull one last final card just in case the message didn't resonate. This is for everyone, for anyone watching. What is the Scorpio New Moon message? For everybody, just give me a card to represent this Scorpio New Moon overall. Anything that you can tell me. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So we have the Queen of Wands coming out, fire sign energy. This is for everyone though. So the Queen of Wands to me is very passionate. She has her own vision. She's very, very sexy, very feisty. She has controlled her desire. And she's a queen, for Christ's sake. She's the queen of fire. So Scorpio season is not going to be without fire, you guys. Scorpio is ruled by Mars. So there will be this burning sensation that we feel. That is, pause. I didn't mean anything by that except for desire, hopefully. Yeah, so there will be this feeling of desire and like burning on the inside out. You know, Scorpio is the phoenix bird as well, that lights on fire and is reborn from the ashes. Now, this is what really makes sense to me, is the Ten of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Like, this is becoming passionate enough to release burdens, becoming passionate enough to carry ourselves, regardless of how heavy our passions are around this time. We're taking action to release burdens for the final time. Okay, it's definitely, oh, it's 444. So that number may be important, but yeah, we're taking actions to end burdens, you guys, and we're releasing ourselves from, because we have our own fire. Okay, so this is going to involve releasing fire elsewhere, taking action to release burdens, especially things that take a toll on our confidence, okay, take a toll on our passion and how we express ourselves. This is also about expressing burdens as well. So, alright guys, that is my Scorpio New Moon video message. Hopefully they resonated. I'm not sure if I'll be back in November or not, but I really hope so. Alright guys, bye!